Hello and welcome to the Subterrestrial Podcast, fan-rated #1 podcast with hosts named Cole and Taylor. My name is Cole.
My name is Taylor, and we have a lot of fun things planned for you this episode. We've got things like hot questions, just some highly debated internet questions.
I'm ready for those.
We are going to continue and reintroduce our subculture idea, just so you don't forget, and because we've got a few special things lined up for you. And finally, we're going to poop like a champion.
You'll find out what that means, but before all of that, a word from the people that help make this podcast possible. We want to thank our listener supporters. You can go online to our anchor.fm page and sponsor us monthly with a donation as low as 99 cents a month. We want to give a huge shout out to Kenneth, who set up to make a monthly donation be like Kenneth.
That is right. Well, here we go.
Taylor?
Topic number 1, hot questions.
I have one question for you.
Let me hear it.
Is water wet?
This is the age-old question. You've seen it everywhere.
This is the one that everyone's wondering about.
Is water wet? We're not holding these questions back. We're coming out with the one that is the most difficult to answer. Is water wet? So there's two arguments. The one argument is water is wet because it's water.
Yes.
The argument that water is not wet is because, the thought process is, water makes the things that it is on wet. For example, it makes a towel wet. It makes the floor wet. Because the floor isn't wet until there's water on it. But then the floor gets wet, but the water is already water.
Right. I like to look at this like if something smells.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you have something that smells...
And this is good because I've never thought about it like this before.
It smells.
Mm-hmm.
It's always going to smell.
Dirty socks.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking more of like a...
Oh, you're thinking like an odor.
Cologne.
Okay,
or
yeah,
something like that.
It has
the
a
cologne
smell.
Smells.
Okay.
If I put it onto something else, it also now smells.
True.
So water.
Right.
It's wet.
Yeah.
And I put it onto something else, and now this is wet too.
The thing is also wet because water is already wet.
Water is wet. That's how I feel.
That makes sense. I've honestly not.
What was your...
My answer would be that water was wet.
Okay.
Yeah, I think water is wet
Why?
because if water, it's a liquid.
Correct.
And most likely, whatever you put it on, but then it's hard to say because if you put it, say you put a towel, like a wash rag in a bucket,
okay,
and you pull it out, the soap rag the rag is gonna absorb some of the water.
Yeah.
You put like a marble in there, and then you pull it out.
The marble will still be wet.
The marble surface will still be wet.
Not for long.
Not for long.
But it's still wet.
But it's still wet because there's
water
on it.
Water on it. It is wet.
Right, because water is wet.
Yes. Well, we both agree.
You're assuming.
We both agree.
I
there's
assume.
probably people at home
right.
Like, are
exactly.
you kidding me? Water's not wet. I watched a couple of YouTube video arguments.
Yeah.
None of the ones that are like, water isn't wet made sense.
I feel like I've seen some really good ones, though, on Twitter somewhere. Like, somewhere I was like...
They sound really good, but it's just people wordsmithing, I think.
Oh.
Like, it's a stretch, buddy.
Yeah, probably.
If I have some, like, stinky poop, and I put the stinky poop onto something else,
right,
it stinks.
Yeah.
Fair
enough.
If I have water, and I would argue all liquids are wet.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble like not saying, okay, water is wet, but so are all liquids.
All liquid is wet. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Like if even like an oil,
right,
which isn't technically a liquid, right? Or it is.
Well,
it's like viscous.
Whatever.
What's the word? There's a scientific.
I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
Even if you get a bunch of oil on you,
right,
you feel wet.
You are wet. Yeah. Or gasoline. Or
all of that.
Yeah.
All of that.
All of it. I think it's wet. Liquids are wet.
Liquids are wet. You heard it here first.
That's right. And if not first, this is the authoritative voice.
Yes.
The second question is more important to me, and I think it can stir up a really good debate. Number 2, is a hot dog a sandwich? I say yes.
A hot dog in a bun needs to be like a
right,
hot dog by itself is just a hot dog. You're talking about a hot dog in a bun, I'm sure.
Yes.
Okay. Whew. So,
you want me to tell you why I think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's hear yours.
Yeah. So, what is a sandwich? We have to agree on what this term is.
Okay.
A sandwich, I would say, and most people would agree, is items in between bread.
Correct.
Usually, right?
Yes.
Whether it's a bun, a couple pieces of rye, white bread, whatever it is. It is usually a meat, but you don't always have to put meat on it, like a BLT, turkey sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
There's ingredients inside of bread.
Correct.
Now, you might say, well, a hot dog bun only has a slit on one side. It's not two pieces of bread. How is it a sandwich?
Have you ever been to Jimmy John's?
Jimmy John's, Subway, Quiznos, any
Head
sub
West.
shop. What do you get at Subway? Sandwiches. You might say subs. What is a sub? Short for submarine sandwich.
I agree. I mean,
hot dog, and especially if you're coming out of Chicago. Let's say you're in Chicago, you're going to get all the fixings on it, right? The relish, the
Right.
onions, the
Everything.
mustard, ketchup. That's just more toppings. All that same stuff you would put on a hamburger. Now, what happens if you put a hamburger on a hot dog bun? Is it still a sandwich?
yeah, I'm even thinking like those McRibs that they sell. Those are
exactly.
the same style.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to be caught dead calling a hot dog a sandwich.
But it is, though.
You know, like if I was to go to a barbecue, a BBQ.
Right. You're grilling it out in the backyard.
Yeah, excuse me, a cookout.
Yeah, a cookout.
A cookout that might have some hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to call, hey, can I get a sandwich because I'm going to end up with a burger.
Okay, fair.
Like culturally,
right.
you have to call
culturally,
a hot dog a hot dog.
With that argument, culturally, a tomato is a vegetable.
Oh, brother. No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. People...
A tomato's a vegetable.
No, a tomato's a fruit.
A tomato is a vegetable.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Tomato's a fruit.
I'm not going to
Look it up.
conform to your...
Verify.
It sounds like some Visco girl stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Do you have a TikTok?
Visco.
A tomato's a fruit.
It's a VSCO.
Oh, yeah, excuse me.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know about... I would... Yeah. If you break it all down, you know, you can call a BLT a sandwich, or you could get specific and call it a BLT.
You can call anything a club. You could call it a club, a turkey club.
If I'm like getting ready for lunch though, and I'm like, I want a sandwich for lunch.
Right.
Like, I'm not making a hot dog.
Well, that's just that's just the way that you use words.
No, I think that's the way everyone uses words. So you're saying there's people in the world that say, I'm really craving a sandwich right now, and they get a hot dog.
The fact that people don't call a hot dog a sandwich doesn't mean that a hot dog isn't a sandwich. You feel me?
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
You can call something whatever you want or not call it whatever you want. But the fact is it's still a sandwich.
Sure. I could see where you're coming from.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very accommodating, obviously.
Okay, this is an interesting one. What color is nothing?
I was looking at this earlier. I have no idea. I was like, oh, that is a good question. What color is nothing? Well, what is nothing?
Yeah, where is there nothing?
Where is there nothing? Exactly.
It's like the middle of nowhere.
A black hole? Was it black?
No.
No.
It's
because a black hole is just a bunch of matter, right? Yeah. But
the absence of... Wow.
What?
Fail.
It'd be the absence of light.
Absence of light. Which is dark.
Which is darkness.
Darkness.
Which would be black. Because when you close your eyes...
Maybe it'd be like mirror. Have you ever seen that that one episode of...
well, a mirror...
Like if you go inside a spherical mirror, what it would look like? So
no, I haven't seen that.
So if it was all enclosed, it would just be black, and you would see nothing. Because
if you were in a room...
If you're in a room
that's
100%,
completely mirrors. But there's no light
like
source.
A perfectly spherical... Right.
There's no light and it's completely black. Yeah, then it wouldn't be completely black. It would be completely dark.
Right.
But what color is dark? Black, because it's the absence of light, right? But in black on a shirt, all light is absorbed.
Correct.
Man, I don't know how this works. I don't know.
I'm thinking like if that is nothing, then it has no color. It's just like almost like air. Air doesn't have
a color.
Have a color. It's colorless and odorless.
Right. Something
Similar to radon.
Something can not have a color, right?
Yeah, air doesn't have a color.
Right.
So that's
so nothing
but
may
air
not
is
have a
something,
color.
but nothing may not have a color.
Right.
Wow. I think we got to the bottom of that pretty quickly.
Nothing doesn't have a color because it's nothing.
And if it was something,
it
could possibly
could
have a color.
It could.
It could be invisible. But if you get down to like a molecular level, would you be able to see?
Well, does hydrogen have a color?
And there's atoms.
Right. Do atoms have a color? But that's not nothing. That's still air, and that's still hydrogen.
Correct.
So it's hard to say.
But what about all the space around the atoms? What is that?
What is the space that's in between atoms?
Because you see the like electromagnet microscope
right
pictures of things, and it's always like purple, blue, and yellow.
Right.
But what is all the like white space around it that isn't anything technically?
Right.
Or what if it is stuff and it's just not zoomed in far enough?
That's a good question. This is off topic, but like you're right. Like there's an air molecule, and is it just bumped up right next to another air molecule and bumped?
You're just. I mean, that's what causes friction, like air resistance.
Right. But I'm not touching you.
No, but you just pushed a bunch of air towards me that hit against.
True, I did, didn't I?
Yeah. And whatever else is in the air.
Right, dust and other sort of things.
All those things. I mean, it's such a small amount that you can't feel it, but it's like if someone like blows in your face, all that is similar to like you pushing water.
Right.
And the water moving, there's waves in the air,
and
it's pushing up against you whenever I blow in your face. It's not like the force of air coming at you. It's the blowing from my mouth hitting more molecules, and all of those are just cascading into you.
Right. So what's cool about that is there's nothing new.
No.
Right, because it's already all existed.
Yep. And
but that's
Science Hour with Cole and Taylor.
Yeah,
terrible science with Cole and Taylor.
I don't think you'll find us in any scholarly articles.
Please.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
If we end up on Snopes,
we're just
gonna close the doors on
I can't believe you didn't know what color a molecule. At timestamp,
get in the comments and let me know.
At timestamp 1434, you mispronounced.
By
Adam.
the way, someone randomly timestamped us.
No.
Yeah.
For what?
In one of our YouTube things.
Okay.
Episode 1, I don't even remember what it was at this point.
Explicit content.
But it was like, I'm like, keep timestamping us and asking us questions because I'm down for that.
Oh no! So they were like ready for it. They were like at 13 such and such.
I don't even remember what the time.
Right. It doesn't matter.
But it was one of those memes we posted, and they're like, I actually don't think that this is a political meme. I think it was something else.
Oh,
I think
we gotta go back at that.
I think it was the. I don't want to get too far down into this hole.
No. That's cool.
Anyway, yeah, keep doing that. It's fun to talk to you guys online.
That's a good point.
Do you eat rice with a fork or a spoon?
I eat rice with a spoon.
What if you're eating Chinese food?
If I'm eating Chinese...
I'll wait.
Okay, am I eating Chinese food or am I eating rice?
You're eating General Tso's chicken with a side of fried rice.
Oh. Well, in that case, I'm eating it with a fork.
Okay, so in what case do you eat rice with a spoon?
If I'm eating it as like a side dish.
Okay.
Like a good wild, like brown rice.
Really?
As a side dish, yeah.
So if you have like a grilled chicken and you have Spanish rice as your side, you're going to have a fork and a spoon?
Oh, yeah. You got to push it onto the spoon with your fork or your knife.
I guess you're just prim and proper there, Kaufman.
I am. I like to set a full
You set out like cloth
set of china.
napkins.
Oh, yeah. Actually, we only use cloth napkins.
Oh my god.
we don't have paper napkins.
Of course you don't. I mean,
save the earth.
This is 2020.
Yeah.
All right. I think I mostly use a fork.
Now, I eat more. Do you eat with rice? Well, it's both.
It's not.
It's both. I eat rice with both forks and spoons.
I guess if it was like
How often?
breakfast and it was white rice with
Uh-huh.
like the butter in it,
Like
a little bit of
right, almost like grits,
granulated
but not
sugar.
really.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a spoon,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. What do I have more of
Now let's say
that are clean?
no, but if I do like a chicken rice bowl with like peas and corn and carrots and stuff, I'm using a spoon.
Really?
Yeah.
What
If
do you,
I've got, like,
what do you use
cubed-
to get a hold of that chickie?
You just spoon it. It's just a little cubed, like cubed chicken.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Just scoop it up.
Oh, that's weird, bro.
Use the bigger spoon.
The fat spoon, that's reserved for cereal only.
Well, yeah. I mean, we wash them a lot, but
Dang.
yeah.
Hmm.
So I guess both
Yeah, both. There was a whole like
because
so we're getting a lot of these questions from a list online, and there's a little. Everyone wants their 2 cents,
right.
Everyone wants to have a podcast or whatever. But
Everyone thinks that they have something important to say.
yeah, but there's they're like, if you eat it with a fork, it'll fall through the fork.
Well, you can't stab it.
You can't stab it with a spoon either.
Well, no. But the point of a fork is to stab.
Oh, right. You can scoop though with a spoon.
You can
with a fork.
Yeah. Oh, here I'll answer our question for us. You eat rice with a spork.
That would be the perfect.
That'd be
scenario
the
because
only
then
way.
you can scoop it
Right.
and you can stab
You
it.
can stab it. You can stab the chicken. Man, we just solved some world
All right.
problems there.
Buy sporks. Invest in sports.
Buy stock.
Spork stonks are up.
Spork stonks. Wow, that's good.
This is one that hits home with us because we are the authority for cereal on the internet.
The only place you can go to get a good review.
The only place you can go to get a good review, Subterrestrial Podcast.
Honest review.
We're gonna be real
Yeah.
every single time. Is cereal a soup?
Is cereal a soup?
So you have to think about this.
Yeah.
Because what is a soup?
To me, a soup it has a liquid base
Yes.
and there's ingredients that are mixed in. And you cook it. You stew it. Well, it's not, you don't really stew it, but you know what I mean? You heat it up.
You heat it up.
You heat it up.
You just hit on a major point of my fight on this one.
Okay.
You have to heat up soup.
Mm-hmm.
And it's usually in a can, and it comes sold in the broth that you're going to cook it in.
Right.
Pretty rarely do you just buy
Pre-mixed cereal.
unmixed.
Cereal in a can.
It would be soggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no such thing.
And the goal of soup is to eat it soggy.
Yes, it is.
Like, the reason it's soggy is because it's
'Cause-
pasta
Right.
or some other grain
Right.
that's been
Or tomato soup or
Sure,
vegetable soup
Yeah.
or whatever.
it's been soaking up all that liquid
That's
for
the idea.
however long it's been in there, and Lord knows. Those things can probably sit on the shelf for a long time.
Oh, the cans, yeah.
Like the canned.
Like a Campbell's chicken
Campbell's?
noodle.
Think how long that can sit there
Oh.
before they actually have to sell it.
Well,
those
think
little
how long it-
dispensers that they have?
Yeah.
Those are probably like 5 feet deep.
Oh, yeah. Well, and
they
it's
just load it up once a year.
if we get
Campbell's guys here.
our annual delivery of Campbell's soup. Yeah. They could be stored like in the plant, in transit, at the store. But yeah, no, cereal is not a soup
Cereal's not a soup.
because soup is soup.
That was one of the easiest
chili
ones
soup?
on here. Is chili a soup?
It's chili soup.
Chili's more of a chowder.
Well, what's chowder?
Thick soup.
Thick soup. Yeah,
I think it depends on how you make your chili, though.
these are the questions I hope are answered when we get to heaven.
Yeah, I think
you
they
just
will
show
be.
up and there's just like a encyclopedia.
There'll also be a nice counter. They'll be like, yeah, you ate 900 bowls of
Right.
chili.
I hope so. You used 13,000 oyster crackers.
Trust me, my number is way higher.
Way higher than 13,000.
I hit that number when I was a child.
Yeah, I hit that well before I was 16.
All right. That one's answered.
Yeah.
Go ahead, T.
Number 6, are boneless chicken wings just chicken nuggets in disguise?
Yes.
This question's written out to like make it sound like boneless chicken wings have an agenda. You know what I mean?
I think they do.
They do.
It depends where you buy them from.
Okay, because I totally had some of the like Aldi brand chicken wings, boneless chicken wings tonight.
Boneless chicken wings?
Yeah. So
Okay.
chicken nuggets.
Yeah. Sometimes
They're chicken nuggets. You're right.
They're chicken nuggets.
They're chicken nuggets. They're not chicken wings because they're breast meat usually.
I would almost say, well, chicken nuggets are more processed. Like it's shredded chicken. But even now you can't get a real like boneless chicken without it being processed first, and it's kind of reformed back into the shape of a chicken wing. And then it's breaded, and whatever the bread casing is to make it look like a
the bread casing is making it look like there's a skin
look like
on it.
It's a
right,
a wing or a drummy or something.
But it's not.
No,
it's a chicken nugget.
It's a square piece of chicken in there that they recased.
Man, that one was an easy one to answer. Chicken wing, but the way that this is written out again is just hilarious. Yes, they are in disguise.
Sometimes I think they are in disguise because they even put thicker like coatings on them than a chicken nugget.
Oh,
you know what I
this
mean?
is like a full thing.
Like they are in
they
disguise.
are chicken nuggets.
They are chicken nuggets, and they just have
extra bread on
thicker
them.
breading.
That's more crunchy.
Usually.
Yeah. Oh man.
All
This
right.
is a conspiracy.
We're solving all of the world's problems. One question at a time. Is a thumb a finger?
Ooh.
This is like a schoolyard debate.
This is all schoolyard, and I'm so here for it. I am so here for it. Is a thumb a finger? Well, do you have 10 fingers and 10 toes?
Yes.
Is that what we teach in elementary school?
Yes.
It's a finger. But medically, what is it?
I don't know.
Aren't
the bones in the
phalanges?
fingers even called the same thing? Like
I think so.
Well, not the same thing, but they all have the same like Latin.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ask a nurse.
Yeah, ask a nurse. Don't ask me. If we haven't proved it enough,
but even
our assumptions on science are merely that.
What about Spy Kids? The thumb thumbs?
The thumb thumbs.
They couldn't.
They were persons.
They were peoples.
Thumbs were peoples. Thumbs are
so
peoples.
is a people a thumb?
Is a people a thumb? Oh man.
Spy Kids won.
What's this? This is the transitive property, right? Like if
yeah, definitely.
A plus B equals C, then B plus A equals C.
B plus C equals A, if transitive.
A plus B plus. I don't remember. Gosh, math and science.
Aren't you a teacher?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Yeah. So is the thumb a finger? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or do you have 8 fingers, 8 toes?
Well, you could say, oh well, that you have 10 digits. Do you ever call?
I don't have any digits. I have my phone number.
If you were to like, oh, I hurt my pinky digit. No, that doesn't make sense.
The pinky finger.
If you were to, let's say, flick somebody off.
Let's say
the middle digit. No, he gave me the middle finger, or she gave me the middle finger. But with the thumb,
you never say thumb finger.
You don't say thumb finger.
And they usually just say
it is
stuck
a thumb.
Their thumb up at me. I was hitchhiking and I had my thumb up.
Right, you stick your thumb out when you hitchhike.
If you were to say, I hurt my thumb finger, you kind of sound stupid.
Right. But you could call it a pointer.
Pointer finger?
But
you would say pointer finger.
Well,
you
I guess
could say
would.
pointer, but
finger. You would say finger. So you don't call it a finger.
Ring finger, pointer finger. Yeah.
At the same time, we have 10 fingers.
We do.
I'm going to go with yes. It is a finger.
I'm going to say yes only because we say we have 10 fingers.
Right. Well, and all of our fingers are different anyway. You know what I mean? So if it was on...
on that basis,
if it was on...
That's not a finger, that's a pinky.
Right. Yeah. If it was based on symmetry alone. Finger. Exactly. It is a digit. It's an extension. It's a bone.
Wow.
That sticks off your hand.
The human anatomy. With Taylor Kaufman.
All the school lessons today. If I still have my if I still have my teaching credentials at the end of this, I'm doing something good.
Yeah.
I shouldn't. This is bad.
What about this?
Okay.
Is a Pop-Tart ravioli?
Oh, yes. Absolutely it is. Okay. But
Let's get into it.
a ravioli is a pastry with stuffing inside.
A ravioli is not a pastry.
Not a pastry.
Pasta.
Well, okay, it's a bread product.
The ravioli is a pasta.
Right.
It's a
how do you make pasta?
Yeah, bread.
Bread. What's on the outside of a Pop-Tart? Bread. Ravioli. Most of the time you cook it in water. Okay. You ever heard of baked ravioli?
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about it. Give me a second, man. You keep talking about ravioli.
Okay. Let me give you another example. A calzone.
No.
It's a ravioli.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
A ravioli is 2 pieces of...
It's not 2 pieces.
Yeah,
It's one.
When they make it, though, it's 2 pieces, and it gets stamped around all 4 edges.
Yeah, so it's
Calzone is flipped and then sealed
okay.
along
So,
one
but
edge
okay,
or half circle.
flipped or stamped, it's still sealed and made into a complete
Wrong.
It's a casing. It's a bread casing of
Yeah,
an item.
So stuffed crust is a ravioli.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
It's a ravioli on the end of a slice of pizza. Or you could even call it a calzone if you wanted to.
So anything encased inside of bread is ravioli?
Yeah.
Shaking my head.
Like beef Wellington?
As-
It's just
as-
a big ravioli.
No,
it's a big
not.
ravioli. Yes, it is.
Ravioli is like a specific Italian thing. You got a bunch of Italians mad at you right now.
Okay, well, the Italians can come over here.
Joey Sasso's coming, bro.
Okay, Joey, you're my boy. If it's between you and me, ravioli's cool, but no. Okay, yeah, a ravioli is an Italian dish, sure. A calzone is a separate dish. But if you look at it based on what it is, if I'm going with the same assumption that a sandwich is bread with meat inside of it.
Okay.
And it's encased. In the situation of the ravioli, it's bread that encases a filling.
I think this is the one we disagree on.
Clearly.
Because I agree that a Pop-Tart is like a ravioli.
It is a ravioli.
No. But
it's a sugary ravioli that's longer. It's a rectangle instead of a square.
There's certain qualities that make pasta ravioli.
Uh-huh.
Because it's like elbow macaroni.
Okay.
It is called that because it is elbow macaroni.
Right.
That one thing is elbow macaroni.
Okay.
Ravioli pasta is ravioli pasta because it is the only ravioli is the thing.
It is ravioli.
Yes. A Pop-Tart is a Pop-Tart.
Okay.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever said. But you get what I'm
No,
saying?
because that's not true because a Pop-Tart is a pastry. You would call it a pastry.
Yes. Okay.
So a Pop-Tart is a breakfast food. A ravioli is not a breakfast food.
So by your thinking, a stuffed donut would be a ravioli.
A jelly-filled donut. No, that's different because the jelly is put in after the donut is made. You know what I mean? They have to fry the donut, right? Or
Yeah.
do I have the process wrong? They fry the donut
You're right,
and then they shove
push
it in. That's
those little
different.
metal things.
Right.
Okay.
Because the same way with a Pop-Tart, you can eat it raw, but typically you put it in the toaster oven.
Yeah. How do they make it in the factory?
That's a good question.
Because
I need to see how it's made.
You're reheating it at home.
Right. The same thing you do with ravioli, unless you're making your own.
Yeah. But we know how ravioli is made. I
clearly I don't.
You need to go see an Italian woman make ravioli, then, bro.
If any one of you has an Italian grandmother, I will kindly be her pen pal.
You could probably be her sous chef.
I'll be her. Oh yeah,
that'd be fun. We'll do a live podcast from her kitchen.
We'll do a Twitch stream of us cooking.
I'll try the ravioli and have a Pop-Tart afterwards.
There we go. Yeah,
we'll let you
that would
know
be fun.
Which is which? Yeah, I'm saying no.
So the question is written: is a Pop-Tart ravioli? Is
No.
that verbatim?
Yes.
Is a Pop-Tart ravioli?
This is verbatim. Because I was even going to put, is a Pop-Tart a ravioli? That changes the question.
Right.
Is a Pop-Tart ravioli? No, it's not.
Okay. Is a pop?
I'm taking the question as it was written.
Is a Pop-Tart ravioli? If you put red sauce on it, yes. Right?
No, the red sauce has nothing to do with the ravioli.
Okay. I'm still saying it is. It is anyway.
Nope. It's
Pop-Tart
a no from me, and you'll never change my mind. A Pop-Tart is not a ravioli. You know, the first time I ever heard this question, Josh Schneider asked me.
Oh, Joshy.
He said, a Pop-Tart is ravioli.
Yeah, I agree.
And
I'm
like,
with Josh.
hold on. Wait a minute.
Triggered.
Instant, I'm like, this is not right.
Man, this is a perfect conversation for Josh, too. I feel like we need to invite Josh into these conversations because
he has a stance on
all of these.
And he would have been like, yes, no, yes.
But he's got receipts too. That's what's funny.
He would probably have receipts.
He's got receipts.
He'd be like, and here's why.
Yeah. Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
What's our last one? It says
this is host submitted.
Yeah.
I was like, hey Taylor, we have a bunch of questions. Make sure to look at those. And he's like, oh yeah, those are like those ones. I have one. Is an open-faced sandwich a pizza? And then I was like, what are you? And then I sat there for a minute, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Right.
What is it?
Is an open-faced sandwich a sandwich, or is it actually a pizza? I want to hear your thoughts on this, Cole.
Is an open-faced sandwich a pizza? I think a pizza needs a crust. And a piece of bread alone is not crust.
What's on the outside of white bread?
Oh my gosh!
What do you call it?
No.
What do you call it?
Crust in whole. It needs to be.
There is a crust on the outside of white
crust.
bread.
I'm talking about crust as a whole.
Okay,
like
okay.
Scrape all the toppings off.
Oh, you're saying the bread. Okay, so it's toasted.
So basically. Shut up. No, it's not toasted. It's cooked.
It's baked.
It's baked.
Okay.
You don't bake a piece of bread.
You can have a toasted sandwich.
Okay. Does that make it a pizza?
Yeah.
No.
If it's open-faced, I think it does. What is a pizza? A pizza is bread. It has we'll go so far as to say a crust.
Yes.
And then toppings.
Crust, some type of sauce. It doesn't need to be red sauce. It could be any kind of sauce.
We
so
talked
sauce
about
is
this.
the boss. Everyone knows it.
The sauce is the boss.
Toppings.
Yeah.
Usually a cheese and then a topping.
Okay, yeah.
But there can be no cheese.
Well, there's obviously what can go on a pizza is anything. You just said anything can go on a pizza.
Anything on a pizza.
So you can put mayo,
you could put
turkey,
mayo and lunch meat, and it technically is a pizza.
Right.
But you're putting it on a crust. A pizza
That's
crust.
a good point. That's a good point. Because a piece of bread on its own is not a crust.
No. And it will never be.
It's not a crust. But I guess
does
you're right.
that make it a? I think it does.
But is it a pizza?
Here's my point. Here's my point.
Okay. Go ahead.
You can go to the corner pub and get a
horseshoe pizza.
Horseshoe is a local Springfield thing. If you've ever talked to anyone from Springfield, the first thing they'll say is, "We have the horseshoe," and then they'll be like, "Oh, you haven't had one? It's only a Springfield thing."
You had that voice perfect, by the way.
Anyway, it's an open-faced sandwich, Texas toast, some type of meat, any meat, French fries, cheese sauce, bada boom, bada bang, you're out the door with the
best thing you'll ever put in your mouth.
And they're great. They're fantastic. Get a little ranch on the side, dip them fries in it. Come on. Now, you can go to the corner pub and you can get a horseshoe pizza. It is a pizza because they changed the bread, the Texas toast out on the bottom for a crust.
Right. It's a pizza.
It's a pizza. But only because they added the crust.
Right.
All right.
It's a horseshoe on a... you're right.
All right. Woo!
You're right.
We got through it. That was a host-submitted one.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty dang good there. Good.
What's
good,
funny is
question.
I changed my own opinion
I thought you would.
on my own question.
I thought I had you because I sat there for a minute and I'm like, how do I change Taylor's mind?
Right. On the one that I changed my mind on, that's the one that I turn in. It's perfect. It's perfect.
There is some hot news in the world of cereal, people.
Oh, as we said before, we are the authority on the internet for anything cereal, whether it's a name, whether it's the box that it comes in,
or the
quantity
surrounding the cereal.
Anything.
And this just in, Cabbage cat memes. I think it's one of the most followed meme pages on Instagram.
Oh, man.
There's a ton of meme pages. Anyway, in this picture, they caption, a perfect caption.
Instagram gold.
In the crib cutting product. Hilarious. There's a box.
I'm dead.
In the crib cutting product.
Okay.
There's a box of Fruit Loops, the family size, the big box of Fruit Loops. And this guy is filling it with generic General Mills brand Tutti Fruities.
Not only, so he's cutting the product, right? He's using Fruit Loops, the name brand on the box that he's pouring this into.
Yeah, it's like whenever bars trade out their vodka,
right?
You know, they put
slap a different label on it.
You know, I don't even know the bad brands of vodka.
I don't either.
Into like Grey Goose, and
right?
Like, hey, we're popping bottles. No, you're popping $5.
Mm-hmm.
They bought this in a 55-gallon drum from some Russian, you know, that came by and was like, hey, I have 55 gallons of vodka.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
this is funny.
Super funny. And we wanted to share it with you guys. I was like, this is some hot news in the world of cereal because there's not much news in the world of cereal.
That's not really a revolving door. It doesn't change very often.
Every once in a while, something like Magic Spoon comes around or whatever.
Right.
Which I talked to Kenneth. Mm-hmm. Those are on their way.
No.
Yeah, he ordered the variety pack.
Yes.
And he said he's going to put them in bowls because he wants to keep some for himself.
Okay,
he's gonna put it in bowls to like portion it for us.
Yep.
And then send us those baggies.
Oh, yes.
So it's going to look like a transaction of sorts whenever we get it. But
I was trying to think. It was funny. There's no oats. There's no wheat. There's no.
Yeah.
It's like soy flakes.
Yeah.
Coming in hot.
Coming in real hot.
I'm so excited.
It's nothing in a bag.
Right.
He's going to get it, and it's just going to be four empty boxes.
But what color is it?
Oh. Good callback. Good callback. But in other news, in cereal
news,
Kenneth filled us in with a placeholder.
That's right. So if you're watching on YouTube, you just saw it. If you're here, well, there you go.
You can hear it.
You can hear it too. Anywhere, but here's the description and here's the title of the cereal.
We got a cereal in the mail.
You describe it.
You saw the Instagram post. I was like, what do you think this is? And a lot of you guys had disgusting answers that I can't even share on here. You need to get your heads out of the gutter. Poop Like a Champion is the name of the cereal. Subtitle, Ultra Fiber Cereal. It is a product of the USA. It's a small box, just 8 ounces, and it is new, soy-free, gluten-free, high-fiber cereal.
Wow.
64% of your daily fiber per serving. And a serving is half a cup.
So is this one of those foods that's like, caution, do not eat entire contents of this container? Does it say that on there? Because it should.
It doesn't on here, but it does say it has
is there a disclaimer?
It has a good back.
Let's
just say that the box is good.
If there's a disclaimer, I want to know. Let's see.
5 steps to pooping like a champion.
No.
1, a high fiber diet. Just one serving of this cereal contains 64% of your daily fiber. You can get even more with fresh fruits and veggies, beans, and whole grain rice.
Okay.
2, stay hydrated, obviously. Constipation often comes from dehydration and a dehydrated colon. So when it comes to movements, drinking at least 8 glasses a day is one smart move. Get your exercise. Get moving to get things moving. A little extra exercise every day, like a light walk, will do wonders for you. Put poop on a schedule. Your body's clock wants you to go on time. When you feel like going, just go. Before things dry up and get too hard to move.
No, guys, come on.
Try and go at the same time every day, like after breakfast.
This
That's
is
a terrible time.
After breakfast?
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to be eating this for breakfast, you're for sure going afterwards.
You're going to have to.
You're going to have to.
Number 5, relax. Stress can grip your body from head to bowel. Take a little me time to chill out every day, and your body will give you a little more go time.
This is like one of those, it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle kind of cereals.
I would also like to note that this was from Amazon, and there's one of those Amazon stickers on it that they just... Oh, that's too good.
What's it say?
It's a new item.
What's
keto
this?
friendly.
Oh.
It's like a bunch. It's just a skew.
Okay.
Anyway.
Cool. We're going to have to break into this bad boy.
We're going to break into it, and I think
a good
Taylor
thing
even has a setup with
we
bowls
got the cereal
and
and milk ready to go.
I feel like we need a measuring cup for this, because I don't want to do more than a serving.
I don't want to get more fiber than...
Because these are big bowls.
Right.
All right.
Well, I mean, it's just a taste test anyway,
Let's see
so...
if there's nothing in the box. All right, just looking at these, there's stars. You know, I have a feeling it's going to taste like dried up, not honey flavored Cheerios.
It's like they get the plant product and they have the fiber, right, that they get from it that they put in normal cereal, but then they just take all the leftover like parts that you're not supposed to use. Are you struggling with this box?
This is a hard one to open.
Yeah, but anyway,
Usually I got
this
it.
is the
All right.
leftover fiber that's really
Oh,
not.
it doesn't smell good. Oh, smell this.
Okay, you were talking about like cereal that tastes like cardboard. I think we might have actually found a cereal that tastes like cardboard.
Do you want to try it dry first?
You have to, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me try it dry.
Here, I'll pour a little bit. That's probably half a cup.
It's at least half of a cup. Yeah, that's good.
That's a good portion.
So
basically, the box is empty now.
On initial, the present, I mean, the way it looks.
The smell is really bad.
The looks alone, they kind of look like rabbit food almost a little bit.
Get really close to it and smell
Just
it.
like take a big old whiff in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. It almost. Ooh,
It smells like something. I know what you're talking about.
it's like. Let me get
Cleaning,
into
like a weird cleaning product. No, you know what it is?
No, I don't.
If you buy a pack of towels,
Mm-hmm.
like mechanics towels, that are in plastic, rip
Mm-hmm.
off the plastic really fast, put your head in those towels, that's what it would smell like.
That's very specific. I had to sit there and think about it for a second. I was like, yeah, okay, it's mechanic towels. Wait, hold on. I don't know what mechanic towels smell like.
Really?
No.
Like those white ones?
I have no idea.
This smells really bad.
I also, I wonder if it's because of the shipping.
No.
I'm just trying to be nice.
All cereal gets shipped.
You're right. All right, so dry taste test. Here we go.
I'm going to try 2. Oh, they're little stars.
Mm-hmm.
They're brown.
That's what I said. They look like cat
They're
food.
hard. It does look. Oh my gosh! This is gonna be even harder.
Good crunch.
It's a little. Ugh. It's ugh. Tastes like a Cheerio without honey. It doesn't.
It doesn't even. But it sticks in your teeth.
It's not great.
You bite down, and then the outside has a good like crunch on the outside. But as you get into the center mass of the cereal,
Go buy anything gluten free, and it tastes like that. Like.
All right, we got to do it with milk.
There is a nice like. I have a feeling that these are gonna get soggy really really fast. Mm-hmm. I have a feeling that. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'll go just pour
Put that milk in there.
Yep.
All right, we're mixing the milk in. We're doing it. I'm going to get a quick bite.
I'm going to stir it up. See, like I said, I like to let my cereal sit a little bit.
Way better with milk.
Is it?
Like the sugar that's in the milk.
Oh, sure. Yeah, right? the all natural.
Sorry. You really don't want to taste the cereal at all.
Okay.
Oh, I let it sit too long. I just need to get through this.
Wow.
That's terrible.
I'm trying
that
to...
aftertaste on your tongue, your mouth dries out. Oh.
It's like as you chew, the cereal absorbs more and more of the milk.
Yes.
Until there's no milk left and it's just dry cereal again.
I expected these to be harder than they are. They're kind of like puffy.
Yeah. You know, I got to go in for the second bite.
I can't. I don't care if it makes you poop good. Ugh. Don't buy the cereal.
No. The name is good.
Just eat more fruits and vegetables. Oh, man.
Yeah, it doesn't taste good at all.
What does one bite of fiber get me? Because that's all I'm going to do.
One bite, well,
Let's do
it'll
the
probably...
division.
Yeah, the division, probably 4 grams of fiber.
Oh, man. That is not great.
Half a cup, you get 16...
All right, I'll go for 2.
Half a cup is 16 grams of fiber. Yeah, so assuming the bite is about an eighth of a cup.
See, I wish I just had a glass of milk.
There's a little milk here.
I'll take it.
So, thoughts on Poop Like a Champion. Funny box, funny marketing, but man.
Oh, it dries out so fast.
Yeah, my mouth, ugh.
As you're chewing, this is a weird phenomenon that you really don't have happen.
No.
The milk almost disappears.
No, yeah.
And there's a grit left in your
It's
mouth.
unlike any cereal I've ever had with that respect. Like, most of the time, like, there's going to be some milk left over. But yeah, man, even with like shredded wheat, there's more milk. You know what I mean? And that absorbs
You would need a
milk
gallon
fast.
of milk to consume these.
Yeah. You would need to keep drinking. I mean, this almost looks like it's completely absorbed the milk just sitting here in 3 minutes.
Yeah. Yep. Looking at it now, there's a little bit of milk left. I didn't stir mine, so mine has less of an effect than yours has. But you stirred yours.
I stirred it.
And there's almost no milk left in the bowl.
But see, like on a normal bowl of cereal, I wouldn't have eaten any cereal until about now. Because
really?
I like to wait, yeah.
Oh, man. I would have been almost done.
Yeah.
I like that crunch.
Crunchy.
Give me the crunch. Yeah, that was really weird. Bless you. That was really... Whoa. I'm telling you, the grains in the cereal, it forms like a grit over your tongue.
I had a piece of that like fell off my tooth and got caught in there. Wow.
Well,
Woo.
Kenneth, thanks for sending us the cereal.
We really loved it.
I hope you didn't buy this for yourself.
No.
And I hope you didn't enjoy it if you did.
And if there's anybody out there who does eat poop like a champion, I don't take any of it back. This is terrible.
No, this is not a good cereal. I would have rather had the cut Fruit Loops.
I would have rather have cut out the box.
I bet the box tastes similar. Like you're right. The smell is box.
Right. It smells like a shipping store.
This makes. What was our worst rated cereal from that episode?
It would have had to have been like Corn Pops or something like that.
Or like Wheaties. Corn Pops. Corn Pops is 100 times better than this.
Oh
cereal.
yeah, if like Stranded Island, if you can only eat one cereal, like Pops or this one.
Corn Pops.
Yeah, not even close.
Every day.
Not even close.
Well, if you have any other cereal suggestions for us, shoot them our way. We'll try it.
It can literally only go up from here.
We have tasted the bottom of the barrel, and there's a reason they only sell this in 8-ounce boxes.
Right.
Because
but
they only sell one box every 2 years.
There is a cereal called Poop Like a Champion, and that's pretty dope.
And that's the gimmick.
That's the gimmick.
We're going to save this box. Maybe if you come on the podcast as a guest, you have to like try it.
Oh, that's
like,
a good idea.
Thing.
You have the inaugural Poop Like a Champion box of cereal.
All right.
That's good.
Put your hand in. 80 other people have put their hand in that box to get a nugget
just
out of there.
One little.
One's enough. I'll be honest. We tried those
One's
first
too
two.
many.
I have a bad gag reflex, so
you do.
like,
that was fun. I thought it was going.
Like
I thought you were going.
I knew I wasn't going to. It's just like that flavor got me really quick. I can't even take the garbage out. Like it's bad.
Oh my gosh.
I can, but I'm like
you catch one whiff and you're done.
oh, I have to like double shirt. Put it over my my face. And if it gets in there, I'm dead.
Double.
I'll leave it. And
You're like tucking it in, tucking your shirt in, put it up. Yeah, I get it.
Yep. One wrong smell, and I'm a loose cannon.
Nah, see, I had a our keys got lost.
Okay.
Yesterday, and it doesn't matter.
I know this story.
Yeah,
I want to hear it.
All right, we'll go there. So, you talking about your gag reflexes made me think of this. So we lost our keys.
Yes.
We have 2 cars. Haley has the key in her for the car that she drives.
Right.
Excuse me. And it's one of those remote or keyless entry. It's just a fob, a remote fob.
Right.
So it's easy to lose because you don't always have to put it in the ignition and pull it out. Mm-hmm. Yada, yada, yada. We were trying to find this, and we have no idea. We're looking all over the house. We're looking all day on Sunday, all day on Monday.
Oh, so this was like a weekend thing.
Yeah, it was a full ordeal.
Holy cow.
So we went to church,
yeah, and
we came back home. And the Martin Luther King Jr. Day, was on Monday.
Yeah. And
so we didn't leave the house after we got home from church until the next
Tuesday.
Till Tuesday, but we couldn't drive because on Tuesday we had to find our keys. So what ended up happening was, and this is how it relates to your gag reflex, is we found the keys. We thought we were going to have to spend, $500 on a new key or something. But we found the key. However, it took a bag and a half worth of garbage to sort through and dig through to try and find this key.
I couldn't have done it.
No, but I didn't gag. Thankfully, I don't know how. I think it was cold enough to where it didn't stink too bad.
Oh,
So
hold on, this was outside in the trash.
Yeah, our key.
Oh
our
my
key.
gosh.
Our key was in the trash. And
I was thinking it was in like your kitchen trash when you
no,
first
I'm
told
talking
me.
like it was outside.
Oh my gosh, you're so lucky, dude.
Yeah, and I was literally right after that. I was like, if I don't find them, I'm just gonna take the cans down to the end of the street because it was garbage day.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's nuts, bro. The way that I found out too, this is the best part, is like, well, it's the best part, and it makes me feel like an idiot also. Mm-hmm. So like, I was looking through like a whole bag of garbage. There's like coffee grounds, banana peels, like literally like what you would picture in a movie is what this garbage bag looked like. It was like just disgusting. And I'm like, okay, I go through this whole bag, get a tarp, take out the tarp, throw the tarp away too. It's gross. And then we're thinking, and it's like, if you click on the door on the outside, you can lock it and unlock it. Mm-hmm. And since it's just a remote, you can just be close to the door.
Oh, yeah.
So after I'd already gone through this nasty bag of garbage, I walk over with the second bag that I grab. Click, 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 click.
Oh, and just hold it next to the car?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good,
and it
good
unlocked.
thinking.
Yeah.
You're like a spy.
Right. After I dug through all of the other garbage.
Think you could have dug through all of the garbages.
Yeah.
And really been out.
Well, I knew that it had only been, we only go through so much garbage, and it had only been 48 hours or whatever it was.
Okay.
But yeah, that was my Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Was
digging through garbage
and trying to find a key.
Dude,
but yeah,
that's crazy.
And somehow I didn't gag.
And you found the key.
Yeah, and we found the key.
I'm still amazed.
Yeah,
like I would have.
It would have been like $500 and me driving both of us to work for a whole week.
I've thrown my keys away before because like I've had something else in my hand and I've just like been careless and thrown it away. Mm-hmm. But I'd always be like, "Oh, my keys were in that hand too." And
right.
I would like
then
grab
you go
them
and
off
get
the top,
it. Right. Well, so so here's the thing. Like, yes, you're right when they're getting thrown away. The fun part is somehow the keys were vacuumed.
What?
Yes. So the second bag of trash, it gets better. The second bag of trash I'm looking in, it's like covered in like we had emptied the vacuum.
Okay,
it's a bagless.
So like that like nasty
right. It's
dust.
all the dust and the dog hair and the whatever else, just vacuum crap. And it was covered in all of that stuff. And so after a while, we put, 2 and 2 together. The way we lost it was it must have like fallen somewhere, and then it got vacuumed up by the tube somehow.
Oh my gosh.
When Haley comes on for the first time, we'll have to ask her about it, how it happened.
We'll get more in depth.
We'll get more in depth.
We'll be like, how exactly?
Yeah. How exactly?
She'd be so mad. She's gonna be mad.
She's gonna be mad when she sees this. Yeah. I'll put her on blast. I love you, Haley.
We'll find out if she actually listens.
Yes. Exactly.
Let's see if producer Haley is actually listening.
Yes.
We're nearing the end of everything we have to talk about today.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I want to mention before we go: if you have ever been banned for life from anything,
anything at all,
contact us, please.
Whether it's a sporting arena,
Like
whether that be the Chicago Bears or the local park league.
Yep.
If
like
you're
a water park,
right? If
or
you're a mini golf
place,
if you are banned,
a grocery store,
restaurant, if you are banned from anywhere for any reason whatsoever, whether it's the most crazy story or just something that is pretty simple, we don't care.
We want to hear about it. We want to talk to you. We're going to compile a couple of interesting ones.
I'm really looking forward to that.
And we want to talk about this. So that's it. That's all we have for you today. We hope you reach out to us if you have one of those stories, or even if you don't, we'll talk to you.
Yep, that's right. If you have any other cereal ideas, any other cereal memes especially, please let us know.
Oh, yeah. Hit us with every cereal meme you can find and we'll do a review.
Yeah. We need a hashtag. Ooh, what's a good hashtag we can do? So they're all in one place.
Oh, okay. Subterrestrial cereal.
Hashtag subterrestrial cereal.
Yeah.
That's it.
Cool. Well, we'll see you guys next time. It's been fun hanging out with you, eating really bad cereal.
Yep.
And having our phones go off the whole time. So.
Real professional.
Cool. We'll catch you next time, guys. Peace.
Adios.